question 25, and this is from the SAT number 9, QAS test, April 2017. So 25 says, as used in line 34, simply most nearly means. So what we need to do to solve this one is we need to go back to line 34. Obviously, we need to look at how simply is being used. And then we basically need to decide A, B, C, or D, basically which word fits the best. So we need to go back and figure that out. To be honest, I don't have a major methodology for these types of questions yet. A lot of it just has to do with familiarity with the word, with the different ways in which they can be used, and with the different nuances that you can bring to them. So I'm going to do question, so let's go back to line 34 and let's look at it real quick. So here, line 34, we have Ceres would simply be the largest of these immigrants here, and simply is the word that we're looking for, right? So simply is the word that we're looking for, and we got to figure out basically how is it being used, and then which answer choice could best replace that. So the way that I read this here is basically just Ceres would just be the largest of these immigrants. It's explaining the NICE model, right, which is this model about Uranus and Neptune, basically how Ceres ended up in the asteroid field, and then it's explaining that Ceres would simply be one of the largest of whatever. And so the way I read it is just, right? It's just saying exactly that. It would just be the largest of these ones. So my attention is immediately drawn towards merely, because merely sort of has the same meaning as just, right? Where it's emphasizing sort of how simple the theory is, right? It would just be one of these. It would merely be one of these, right? And the other answer choices don't match quite as well. Wholly, for instance, would be emphasizing like the entirety of it, right? Like Ceres would 100% be one of the largest of these immigrants. Sincerely would be emphasizing, again, sincerity, which is like, doesn't make too much sense. It's more emotional, right? Sincerely is like without deceit, it's honestly doing it. Plainly could mean either two things. It could mean in an obvious sense, or it could mean also plainly as in it's just unadorned, right? There's not many things going on. Probably more likely to be used in terms of like just being obvious. Like it's obviously this, but it's not obvious, right? What it's emphasizing is not the fact that it's obviously one of these, but it's emphasizing the fact that it's simply just one of these, merely one of those. So that's going to mean answer choice D is our correct answer for question 25.